Tractate Sanhedrin 59a says that a Gentile who engages in Torah study is considered like a high priest. Is there a greater refutation of the argument that Judaism is anti-Gentile, unquote? Oh, of course. And who makes these arguments? People who believe in religions like Islam, which is a religion that says that all non-Muslim infidels must either be forcibly converted or slaughtered, must be either turned into slaves of the Muslims and forcibly converted, or murdered in genocide, in a Holocaust against all non-Muslims. That's what the Quran literally says. That's what Muhammad and the Quran and the Muslims literally were preaching. And that's Islam. Then you have the other big religion in the Western world, Christianity. And what does Christianity say? Christianity says if you're not a Christian, you're going to burn in hell. Look at the book of Revelation. You're going to burn in the lake of fire. You're going to burn in hell forever and ever. Forever and ever. Just because you don't believe in Jesus, just because you don't believe in the hanged one. You can be the most evil, monstrous, mass murderer. You could be a Hitler or a Stalin. All you have to do then is say, "Forgive me, Jesus. I believe in Jesus." That's it. You're in. You go to paradise forever if you do that. What a monstrous religious doctrine. That you just have to believe in Jesus and you're forgiven no matter what your horrible, horrible crimes you committed against innocent people. You can be the most evil person. And on the other hand, you could be the most righteous, beautiful, magnificent human being. But if you don't believe in Jesus, you're going to hell and you're going to burn in the lake of fire forever and ever. What a cruel, vicious, monstrous type of doctrine. And telling people that they can go out and butcher innocent people and do all these other horrible things, and then if they just ask Jesus to forgive them, they're completely forgiven. How convenient. How convenient that was so popular in Europe, a country where people enjoyed butchering each other for centuries. And they wanted a religion where they could escape and be forgiven and get away with it and soothe their conscience and say, well, listen, I'm forgiven. Because Jesus died on the cross for me, so it doesn't matter even if I massacred huge numbers of innocent people and committed terrible crimes and did terrible things to people, was a cruel, low-life, degenerate beast my whole life. Doesn't matter. As long as you believe in Jesus, Jesus died on the cross for you. That's all. You just have to say you believe and confess, and you go to paradise forever. And if you kill righteous, innocent Jews and innocent Jewish men, women, and children because they don't believe in Jesus, they go to hell forever and burn in a lake of fire forever. That's Christianity. What type of a God would create a religion like that? Of course, it's not. There is no God there. It's man-made. But the Jewish religion is the religion which the opposite is true. The Jewish religion is devoted not only to redeeming the Jewish people and saving the Jewish people, of course, which is, of course, a very important theme of the religion, but God chose a people out of all nations of the world to be a light unto the nations. Or la'amim, or la'goyim, a light unto the nations, a holy nation, a nation of priests. The Jews were chosen in order to be like a nation of priests who would set an example for the world, and then the world would come to God. The people in the world, or those who through their own free will decide to do so, would come to God. They would learn to be moral and decent and kind and compassionate and good people. And from learning that, because of their deeds, because talk is cheap, actions speak louder than words. In Judaism, your deeds do count. And it does matter what you do. In Islam, it doesn't, because they say that, because the Sunni Muslims, which are 90% of the world's Muslims, believe that Allah determined everything. If you don't believe in Allah, and Allah already pre-decided, you don't even have free will in Sunni Islam. There's no free will. So why are people so severely, brutally punished? The Quran describes the brutal punishment. Why are you punishing them? They didn't have free will anyway. It goes against the will of Allah for them to have free will. They were forced to do what they did. Just like the righteous are being rewarded. Why are they being rewarded in Islam? They were forced to be righteous. Religion that makes no sense at all. It's completely insane. And the Christian religion, well, we've already described what we think of the morals there. But in Judaism, if you're a good and decent person and do what's right in the eyes of God, and you live the right life, and you have the relationship, and you believe in God, and you stand for what's right, you're going to be rewarded, Jew or Gentile. There are Jews who are evil, who will have no place in the next world. And there are Gentiles who are righteous, who will have eternal paradise. You can't have a religion that is more tolerant and loving and truthful and just than that religion, the religion of Judaism, because that's the true religion of God. That's why biblical prophecy is being fulfilled. That's why the Jews did come back to their land, even though the Christians and the Muslims always said they never could. It could never happen because the Jews are cursed and homeless and they're destined to suffer forever. And look what happened. God did bring them back to their land. Judaism has been proven true. There's no question what the true religion is. And the claim that Judaism is anti-Gentile, the only people who make that claim are people who are using what we call reflection psychology. In other words, because their religion is viciously hateful toward everybody, they assume that every other religion is the same, but Judaism really is different. And in Judaism, every human being is judged by their deeds. Every human being answers for their deeds. If you're good and kind and compassionate and merciful and truthful and honest with your fellow human beings, and if you live your life the way you're supposed to live your life, properly following God's laws, then God will be good and kind and merciful toward you on the day of judgment. And if not, if you were cruel and evil and didn't care about other people, God is not going to care about you either. It's going to be midah keneged midah, measure for measure, the judgment on Yom Hadin, on the day of judgment. That's a religion of justice and truth. Thank you very much.